Welcome back. The Nigerian Maritime Administration and Safety Agency NIMASA continues to stay in the news, especially as 4 former DGs of the agency continue to honor court dates on various allegations, chief of which is the illegal diversion of the agency's funds. 3 of the DGs were at the Federal High Court in Lagos, and in this next report we give you an update on their various cases.
After the federal government relieved Mr. Patrick Akpalubukemi of his appointment, he was told to hand over to the most senior officer in the agency, and he handed over to Mr. Callistus Obi, who was the Executive Director of Maritime Labour and Cabotage Services. Mr. Obi became acting DG of NIMASA in July of 2015. The EFCC, however, says that some of the offences for which he is charged was committed as far back as 2013. Along with one Alu Dismas, who is said to be a former personal assistant to Mr. Akpalubukemi, and 2 companies, the defendants allegedly conspired to convert 136 million naira to their personal use. They all pleaded not guilty and were admitted to bail in the sum of 5 million naira each. The prosecution then opened its case, and after 8 prosecution witnesses and several documents and exhibits tendered in court, the prosecution closed its case, but instead of opening their defense, the defendants filed a no-case submission, insisting that the EFCC had made no case against them, which required them to defend themselves. They instead urged the court to dismiss the charges. In her ruling on their submission on Tuesday, the 21st of February, Justice Olatoregun held that after looking at the evidence adduced by the prosecution, she was satisfied that there were reasons for the defendants to open their defense, as a prima facie case had been made against them. She therefore ordered the defendants to put in their defense and subsequently fixed the 23rd of March for them to call their first witness. In another case, Justice Olatoregun continued with the trial within trial of the man who succeeded Obi at NIMASA. Mr. Haruna Baba Jauro had distanced himself from some statements he made while answering questions from the EFCC on an alleged 304 million naira fraud, for which he is standing trial. In a trial to determine the voluntariness of the statements, the EFCC prosecutor Rotimi Oyedepo played in court a video evidence of the former NIMASA DG endorsing all 5 statements he made while in the custody of the EFCC. Despite the objections of his counsel, Mr. Olalekan Ojo, the court admitted the video clip in evidence. 2 EFCC officials also testified about the voluntariness of the process, and the court adjourned till March the 3rd to take the testimony of a 3rd prosecution witness. The defense counsel has also given an indication that he would call 4 witnesses in a trial within trial. In another case involving Patrick Akpalubukemi, the EFCC has amended the criminal charges. The amended charges has the names of only 6 defendants, namely Patrick Akpalubukemi, Captain Ezekiel Agaba, Ekene Nwakuche, Felix Bob Nabina, Captain Waredi Eniso, and Alkenzo Limited. The amended charges were read to them, and they all pleaded not guilty. The case was then adjourned to March the 17th for further hearing.
And just before we go, let's bring you a recap of some other top legal stories we're keeping our eyes on.
We begin with a report that a Lagos High Court sitting in the Ikeja area on Friday, the 23rd of February, sentenced to death by hanging one 25-year-old man, Oluwaseun Oladapo, for the murder of a legal practitioner and human rights activist, KUNLE FADIPE. The sad incident occurred on the 4th of July 2014 in FADIPE'S residence located in Harmony Estate, Ifakwejaye, Iju area of Lagos. During trial on a 5-count charge, the suspect pleaded insanity, insisting that he was unaware of his action during the incident. But Justice Oluwatoyin Ipaye held that the prosecution proved its case against him beyond reasonable doubt. The defendant was found guilty of murder, armed robbery, and causing grievous bodily harm, which resulted in the death of lawyer Fadipe and his mother-in-law, Mrs. Cecilia Owolabi. At the Code of Conduct Tribunal sitting in Abuja, The Senate President, Dr. Bukola Saraki, has been rearranged on an amended 18-count charge. He pleaded not guilty. In the charges, Dr. Saraki was alleged to have failed to make a written declaration of his properties and assets and $177 million paid into his account in 2007. A witness has told the tribunal the money could not be traced to the Senate President's legitimate earnings, as his monthly salary as governor was only 254,413 naira 25 kobo. The tribunal chairman, Mr. Danladi Umar, has adjourned till the 2nd of March for the cross-examination of the witness. And at the Federal High Court, Abuja, Justice Okonabang has frowned at what he called unnecessary delay tactics employed by counsel to the former spokesperson of the People's Democratic Party, PDP, OLISA METUS, to frustrate his trial. METUS and his company, Destra Investment Limited, are being prosecuted on a 7-count of fraud to the tune of 400 million naira, which he allegedly received from the Office of the National Security Advisor in 2014 without justification. The money was said to have been released to METUS and his firm by the immediate past NSA, Colonel Sambo Dasuki, retired, from about $2.1 billion allegedly earmarked by the then-President Goodluck Jonathan's administration for the purchase of arms to fight insurgency in the northeast. Justice Abang has dismissed various applications brought by the defense team, including one seeking for permission to travel abroad for medical treatment and another to compel Dasuki to come and testify before the court. The court has ordered the defense to present its witness on the next adjourned date of March 20th. Staying in Abuja, the trial of a Federal High Court judge, Justice ADEMOLA, took an interesting turn during the week when a prosecution witness testified that one of the lawyers to the president, Mr. Kola Awodeni, gave the judge the sum of 500,000 naira while the president's certificate case was pending before him. The witness, a lead investigator with the Department of State Service, DSS, Mr. Babatunde Adepoju, however, said that he did not consider the money to be a bribe. Hours after the news broke, the senior advocate, Kola Awodeni, hurriedly issued a statement to deny bribing the judge at the instance of the president. In his statement, Mr. Awodeni says he has known Justice Ademola for well over 35 years and the money in question was personally paid by him as a friend to the judge as a personal gift on the occasion of his daughter's high society wedding solemnized at the Cathedral Church of Christ, Marina, Lagos on the 9th of May 2015, which he attended in person. The senior advocate also denied any link between his action or the personal gift and the president or any court cases on the president's behalf. He says to make such a link is most malicious, utterly ridiculous, and in very, very poor and revolting taste, especially as anyone and everyone who knows him can readily and unquestionably testify that he is and has always been a man of impeccable integrity on and off the courts. And we round off with a report that the Federal High Court in Lagos has fixed March the 2nd for hearing in a suit filed by Senior Advocate of Nigeria, Chief Mike Ozekome, seeking to vacate the order freezing 75 million naira found in his bank account. Justice Abdulaziz Anka has ordered that a hearing notice be issued to the Economic and Financial Crimes Commission, EFCC. The judge had on February the 7th ordered a temporary forfeiture of 75 million naira found in the account following an application by the EFCC that the money was suspected to be proceeds of crime. Mr. Ozekome had said that the 75 million naira was part payment of his legal fees from Ekiti State Governor Ayodele Fayose.
And that's the program for today. Please send in any questions or comments about the program and indeed any area of the law. You can watch this episode again or even past ones on our YouTube channel. I am Shola Shoyeli. Thank you for watching.